Can you hear me? Yes. Are you happy? Yes. Are you very happy? Yes. Alright, that's great to hear. Considering all the bottles I found outside in the hallway, I'm not too surprised. And actually, are you happy is the sentence I always say, or the question I always ask people when I step into a 7-Eleven or a coffee shop or whatever. When I feel down or when I'm very energetic getting into a place, are you happy? And the sentence or the answer I usually get is, oh yeah, very happy. And it's something that you don't get anywhere else in the world, basically. And it's one of the reasons why I really love Hong Kong. Imagine me walking into a vodka bar in Russia, right? Imagine that face that I would get concerning that question of, how are you, Gosha? Are you happy? Come on. For my home country, which is Hungary. And what is Hungary? Listen, Hungary is a mysterious land of people with supernatural intelligence. I'm apparently not one of them, and that's why I arrived here. After traveling quite a while around the world, I had to find a place where I'm accepted when I'm asked to talk about travel, and I'm actually talking about staying, and I'm still talking on a stage. It doesn't really matter actually who I am, and I really don't want to talk about it. One of the points of this argument or this speech or presentation is that I could be you, or any one of you could be me, even if it doesn't sound too aspirational. My mantra is this: struggle to arrive, stay to create. And that's my Hong Kong story, basically. I traveled many places in my life, and Hong Kong was the place which accepted me. I came here for love, but then I stayed to create, because this environment proved to be responsive enough to my crazy ideas and my strangeness, which is quite apparent by first sight, I believe. And to steal a really nice sentence of a great Macedonian lady I met a few weeks ago, I'm just another person who wants to make a difference. I do believe that Hong Kong is great. For me, it's great partly because Siu Mai, which I always have next to the Western market, ritually every day. But it's great for everyone for very different reasons. And actually, as an ex-advertising guy or an ex-marketer, I did a few focus groups among people on this matter. What is so great about Hong Kong? And I got a list of very different things. And it was fascinating. I heard things that I never heard before. When I shared, that other people shared, people were surprised because they didn't hear about it before. So I was asking this question: what is Hong Kong? How would you define Hong Kong? And people couldn't really give me a proper answer. So Hong Kong is a special place because it means so different, or such a different thing for everyone involved. But there's something that everyone agrees in, that Hong Kong could be much better. And it's so strange that I hear all these statements that Hong Kong is glamorous, this is the center of the universe, this is the center of the world, it's happening, the economy and the people and the cup. But everyone starts complaining. It's boring, there's no culture, no art, there's nothing to do, and it actually makes me, I think I was one of them, to be honest, okay? And I'm not only talking about Guailos or expats, even locals say that there's so much missing, because many locals are well-traveled, fantastically educated, and they still complain. And I was complaining, and I decided to do a few experiments and do things that I was missing from the city. And my point is that it's actually doable. And not only doable, if you become a creator or become someone who's doing initiatives in this city, you realize how many fantastic initiatives are existing already and happening. And it took me this step to realize how great this city is in the end, and how much creative energy there is already, and it's just piling up and it regenerates this whole idea of creation among the people who are part of this city. And the people are making this city. We have an Alan Zeman, who is a fantastic guy. He's the father of Lang Kwai and he basically built the world's best theme park in Hong Kong out of a failing business. And the world's best theme park in the world is in Hong Kong, and this guy built it, a Hong Kong citizen. And he basically invented, okay, maybe we are a little bit bored of it, Lang Kwai Fong, which is the Chinese term for entertainment, basically. He's exporting all around China. Fantastic guy and fantastic people. We need more of these people, but they exist. And there are places. We always complain that there are no fancy places and everything is boring, whatever. But stylish venues and bars like the Salon 10 are growing up. Or if we say that there is no European bohemian style bar in Hong Kong, you just go to my regular Club 71 or the top of Pier 3 and you get the kind of bohemian environment you actually strive for. You have basically everything. Or you go to, oh my god, Po-Tai-O and get the fresh sashimi out of the squid, right? In 10 minutes you pick the squid, you get the fresh sashimi in a village where only 12 families live. Oh my god. So there are unknown places and unknown initiatives. I had to go so many times and had to drink so many beers in Club 71 actually to hear about the Street Music Festival, which is actually happening. Have you heard? Please, hands up if you heard about the Street Music Festival. Yeah, okay. 6 people, 2 more than what I expected. So basically, I'm someone who has initiatives, and I never heard about this. Okay, I'm sitting there, and I had to realize that it happened for the 45th time already when I got there, and I end up next to the Hong Kong Arts Center in Wan Chai, and that's the most beautiful event I've ever seen in my life, with people who always go there, those 300 people, and me and another friend, basically. I really encourage you to Google for it and find out what it is. It's fascinating, and everyone should know about it. I don't know why people don't know about it. In Quarry Bay, there's a farmer's market, which is a brand new initiative. It's stylish, brand new in terms of like 1.5 years old. And it's a farmer's market in Hong Kong. It's fantastic, in the middle of a business district where you would never imagine it would be happening. Farmer's market. And 1 year ago when I did the focus group, people told me, oh, Hong Kong is so boring, there's no farmer's market. Here you are. And no art? Come on. In 4 years, Hong Kong has one of the world's biggest art fairs. And not only art fairs, the biggest galleries are coming here. Okay, you can argue that not the freshest and not the most fantastic collections are arriving in this city, but what are you comparing it with, right? The world's oldest and greatest cultural centers like London, New York, Paris, and maybe Berlin, and that's it. So this is the level of comparison, and Hong Kong is a fairly new country, city, after the colonial years. It's incredibly new, and what is happening is incredibly remarkable. Parties, again, I'm much younger than I look. I feel much older than I look, but still going out sometimes. And again, I'm a little bit involved in this world of party organizing. And everyone was saying, and I was saying the same thing 2 years ago, that again, Lang Kwai Fong, boring, no cool places, so on, so on, so on. And in the end, I realized when I started to do this, that everyone was doing it. And this is, for example, an abandoned shop, or a shop which has been shut for a few months in Connaught Road. And basically, a person who was born in Hong Kong and returned from London established a brand which is reforming the party scene in Hong Kong. It's happening. So people are coming back. People are growing out from the ground and doing fantastic things. You just have to be part of it and have to go after it. But it's there. And actually, at the same time that I'm talking and we're talking, There's a secret island party, which can be very off for many of us or many of you, but it's again a brand new initiative, and there are plenty of those. And there are festivals. There's a clock and flap, and there are festivals with the world's most stunning backdrop, the Hong Kong Island City line, right? All those festivals in the West Kowloon Cultural District Promenade, or the West Kowloon Promenade, are stunning, considering the latest Beertopia, there's the Wine and Dine, there's the Clock and Flap, there's Free Space Festival, which proves that a lot of expats also think that local people are not interested in festivals. Actually, me and my really good friend went there. We were almost the only Guilos, and this was one of the best festivals I've seen in my life. People were, and only local people were, enjoying blues performed by local bands in the grass, thousands of them, and thousands of local art, craft, goods were all around the place, and artists produced incredible installations, fantastic experience. We have festivals. And Hong Kong is hungry for even more. Actually, you just drop a stone in the pond, and then people respond to it. And that's why I love this city so much. It's responsive. It's hungry. Yes. So, if you want, you can do it. I did a few experiments, and to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing on this stage. Okay, if you compare me to the other gentleman, Erica, with their great achievements in their lives, I have nothing to offer. I'm basically always just talking about these things that should be done, or should have been done, could be done. Others are doing. What have I done? So this is just a picture of a secret picnic project that I'm initiating. What am I doing? Inviting my friends on Facebook to do a picnic together, because I believe that people want to be free. People want to do things that they usually do with their friends or alone together, and it's much better to do together, right? So it's responded. I got the response. There are more than 300 people who already signed up for a secret picnic. What an idea! Where's the creativity? And the other thing, what actually happened already with my really good friend Diogo Andrade, we initiated a public drinking, basically, right? Great idea, right? We didn't share the wine only with the two of us or with our friends, but we encouraged people to bring a couple of wine. We will give you glasses in a public space, and let's drink together, meet interesting people. And for the fourth occasion, we had more than 1,000 people showing up. It just shows or proves that people want to be together, and people want to have different experiences, free experiences, which are open air and easy, and not the same glam that Hong Kong is usually described. And people want to be inspired, and I'm not saying that this is a fantastic thing. I wouldn't take the courage to say that this is not a fantastic. But considering that this rubber duck ended up in Hong Kong, and everyone started to talk about it, even I'm talking about it here, right? It just shows that, again, people are hungry and they want to be inspired. And whenever something special happens, they respond to it. So I don't know how well this image can be seen, but this is an image of Dinner en Blanc, which is a night or a dinner invented in Paris, or actually in Saint-Tropez, that encourages people to dress in white, grab their tables and chairs, and grab some food and wine, and wait anywhere in the city, and wait for an SMS where to gather in an hour, and have a dinner together in white, and celebrate, or basically produce, for me, an art piece, but definitely an experience. This is the kind of thing that I think could work in Hong Kong, and I would like to create and encourage to make it happen. Because together, everything is much better, the shared experiences. And these are the things that generate and regenerate the creative energy in the city. And this is why I believe that what we are experiencing now in Hong Kong is incredibly remarkable, because things are happening, and these things will encourage other projects to actually happen. And all my projects basically, or all my ideas are leading or building up to one ideal. I don't even call it idea, don't even call it project. I don't know whether I can ever do this. But Nuit Blanche, which I had something to do with in Europe, is, I think, the project that Hong Kong needs. It's an all-night and one-night cultural festival, contemporary art festival, originating partly from Berlin, partly from Paris, which brings people together, turns the public spaces into contemporary art pieces and contemporary exhibition places, and amazes, inspires, entertains in an incredibly cultural, fantastic way. And considering all the things that we are experiencing now, all the responses to the project that I just told about, or the places that I told about, it's quite straightforward that this city would fantastically respond to that. So it wasn't my point. My point of this presentation, or this speech, is that is my idea, but I would love to know, or I would like you to go home and think about what is your ideal, what you're missing, and don't just complain. Make it happen, okay? Or if you don't think that it is happening, try to look for it. Maybe it's already happening. So please enjoy Hong Kong. That's it.